Hey guys, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of The Blueprint with James-Effiong. I'm really super excited to be here in your space once again, talking about a very vital and important topic, which is anybody can create success. I want to believe that in the course of our conversation in our previous episodes, you have gained some new knowledge, or you have refreshed your mind on what you already know, or you have gotten value so far. And I want to also say thank you to our new subscribers and to everybody who has watched my previous videos. Thank you so much, and keep the subscriptions coming. Today we are going on our second segment of our series, Anybody Can Create Success, and the topic for today is the principles of success. So I'll be talking about 5 different principles that worked for me over my walk in life, and I believe these principles will also work for you as we share them today. So if you follow them, you too can create success for yourself. So suffice it to say, ladies and gentlemen, that one of the very basic principles, it cannot be avoided, is action. You must be willing to take an action. The problem with people is that they are scared of taking action required to take them to their goals. For you to achieve your goals in this year, please, I challenge you to take action. Identify the action that it will take you to achieve those goals, and do not be afraid to take those actions. It is in taking the action you learn. It is in taking those steps you begin to walk towards your success. Every success requires that you take action towards it. And let me also tell us that every step that you take, every action that you make is leading you towards your goal. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you. As long as you continue to take those steps, you will achieve your goal. Now, the second principle that I want to share with us today, as far as success is concerned, is commitment. Now, the simple secret about success is that willpower doesn't work, but commitment does. Does it not interest you that at the beginning of the year, a lot of people have very huge goals? They set out the year with goals, with visions, with a lot of energy as to how they want to and what they want to achieve for the year. But can I shock you? More than a whooping 92% of people give up on their New Year resolution in 1 month. What happened there? What went wrong? It's very simple. They rely on willpower. Oh yes, I'm going to do it. Oh yes, I'm going to do it. Unfortunately, willpower, as a psychological research has proven, is just like a muscle. It depletes with use. But commitment is a totally different thing. Commitment makes you feel as though you have already achieved that goal. So it takes away all the doubts. It takes away all the disbeliefs. It gives you so much confidence. You already see the end from the beginning. And with that commitment that you put into that task, you are able to withstand any discouragement, any obstacles that you find on your way towards that success, because you are committed. The third principle I want to share with us today, as far as success is concerned, is another interesting one: consistency. Permit me to tell us that success is all about consistency. It doesn't matter the intensity. All that matters is the consistency. A lot of people start out to chasing their goals with all amount of intensity, all amount of energy. Unfortunately, they lack consistency. Consistency is the ability for you to continue on that course, to do it over and over and over until you achieve success. It was Robert Collier who said that success is a combination of little efforts put in, day out. So those small efforts that you put in has to be done consistently for it to amount to success. The problem is this: a lot of people start out on their quest to creating success by relying on a burst of inspiration, motivation, and instant, intense energy. So they go all out. As soon as they get those inspiration, they run off with so much energy. They work tirelessly. They begin to go to gym 6 days a week, assuming they want to lose weight. They throw away all the junk they have at home, assuming they want to lose weight. Or they do all sorts of short-term, intense activities. However, they lack one simple ingredient, and that makes success impossible for them to achieve, and that is consistency. Any of those things done without that ingredient of consistency amounts to nothing. And that is why in the kind of business that we do, we preach that consistency is key. The fourth principle that I want to share with us today regarding creating success is focus. The thing about focus is not everybody has the capacity to follow a course until success is achieved. Many people set out on their quest to creating success. They have a lot of good executable plans, good goals that could actually yield a lot of increase and benefits for them. But the problem is they lack the focus required to see that project through fruition. This is where the problem lies. So many people are able to start out on a project, but to completely see it through to execution is a problem. And that is where the power of focus comes in. So I love this definition of focus, which says follow course until success. So if you must achieve your goals that you've set out for yourself, it is possible. But I want you to decide to apply focus. You must wear your blinders. You must not turn left. You must not turn right. You must continue to look at that goal. You must continue to look at the end result. You must continue to look at the glory ahead of you. Just as the good book said that Jesus looked at the glory ahead and he was able to endure the cross. When you're seeing the end from the beginning, you will be able to say no to distractions. You will be able to say no to time wasters. You'll be able to say no to the things that are not leading you to that goal. And then and only then are you truly on your path to creating that success. So this principle is very important. It's an ingredient that cannot be removed as far as success is concerned. So a combination of all of this that I have discussed so far, applying them surely will lead you to your success in this year 2021. And still on the principle of focus as regards creating success for yourself, it is important that we are mindful of what we focus on. Why? That's because what you focus on expands. What you focus on, you notice. So it's important that you are mindful of what you focus on. Do not focus on negativities because you will expand the negativities around you. Don't focus on how much a victim you are. Don't focus on the ills of our government. Don't focus on how the economy is bad. Don't focus on a lot of things around you that are negative and that are not leading you to that goal that you want to achieve. I want you to focus on the things you want to see. 4 key things I want you to focus on in this success series is: number 1, focus on priorities. It is when executing your plans, execute around your priorities. You should be able to say no to the things that will not lead you to your goals. Number 2, focus on the present. Do not focus on the past. Why? Because the past is gone. Focus on where you are today. Focus on where you can be tomorrow. Focus on where you are going. That is most important. Number 3, focus on your strengths. Do not focus on your weaknesses. You must have identified your strengths by now. If you haven't identified your strengths, sit back. There is a strength you have. There are things God has deposited inside of you. Look out for those strengths, sharpen them, develop them, focus on them, and use them to make a success for yourself. And I'm very sure if you focus on these things, you are on the right path towards achieving and creating your success in this year and beyond. And so now to the fifth thing we'll be sharing today on this episode of the Blueprint on our principles to success is persistence. Permit me to say this: when every other thing fails, try persistence. Now, persistence is falling 7 times and getting up the 8th time. Persistence is what allows you to stay put, irrespective of what happens, no matter how many times you fall. It is said that people will fall on their way to success, but it is the winner who will stand up after that fall. That's persistence. Persistence is going through a course until success is achieved, no matter what happens. Now, let me tell us that it is not the person who starts out with the highest speed that will win the race. It is the one with the highest power to persevere until success is achieved who wins the race. That individual who has the commitment to persevere is definitely going to achieve success. It was the world-acclaimed good actor and producer Will Smith who said, when he was asked, what is that thing that you think that makes you different from others? He said, I don't think anything makes me different from every other person, but one thing stands out. You might be smarter than me, you might be bigger than me, you might be more successful than me, you might be stronger than me. But one thing is for sure, when we get into the treadmill, is either you jump out or I die on the treadmill. What does that tell you? He has the willpower to persist. So it's either you live or he dies there. There is one other important thing persistence does for us, and I like to put it this way: that which persists in doing becomes easier. You must have noticed that the things that you started out doing, the first time you do it, it's probably the hardest. When you begin to do it the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and then you become a master at it, it becomes easier. No, the nature of the task didn't change one bit, but one thing has changed. You have become a master at it. You now can do it with your eyes closed. You're better at it. That's the power of persistence. And so I want to challenge us today that you should wear your garment of persistence in this year. For your goals to be achieved, wear a never give up attitude. This has worked for me. There will be challenges on the way, but if you persist amidst the challenges, you will be on your way to success. And so this is where I'll be ending today's conversation on the Blueprint with James-Effiong. We've had an amazing time sharing on 5 principles to creating success, and we are on the series Anybody Can Create Success. I want to say a big thank you to everybody, all our subscribers, and everybody who has shared this video to their friends. And I would like to request that you keep the subscriptions coming. Do not forget to turn on the notification button on this channel so that you'll be reminded as we share this beautiful content on a weekly basis, and you can be a part of our YouTube community. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you on the next episode of The Blueprint. My name remains Chinenye James-Effiong. Remember, I found the blueprint. Let me show you how. Bye.